Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. And tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Los Angeles Lakers here in Staples Center. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. Well, Greg, every new NBA season is characterized by a great deal of optimism around the league. Each team has it.
Yeah, these guys work really hard in the offseason. They come into the year with expectations and goals that they've set for themselves. Now, though, it's finally time to go out and execute.
Now here's Kobe following the miss by Tony Parker. Kobe, that's for two. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Nobody does it better, finishing on the drive. I mean, Kobe brushing off the contact, unbothered by it at all.
Outside Robinson. Jackson passes to Duncan. Back to Jackson, down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Fisher. Jackson misses. The Lakers with a quick start to this game. And here's Kobe from the arc. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
You know, you've got to guard Kobe the moment he crosses half court. He's got that kind of range, and he doesn't have any reservations about letting it fly.
Now, here's Parker. On the wing, Duncan. Parker passes to Duncan. And it's good on the assist by Parker.
Yeah, and Duncan just superb when he gets in close to the basket. Has a number of moves to choose from and that soft, delicate touch near the rim.
From deep, Bryant connects from three-point range. Kobe's got 11 points.
Looking to stretch things out and using an accurate shot to do so.
On the wing, Duncan. Back to Parker. No one near him. And it's Fox with the rebound. And here's Los Angeles stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Here's Bryant.
Oh! Whoa!
Whoa!
And how fun is it watching Kobe take flight? His throwdowns are downright ridiculous.
Now here's Parker. Jackson is doubled. Spurs passing it around. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
I was able to talk with Phil Jackson for just a minute. Tim Duncan's influence was the topic of our conversation. Coach told me, we know what Timmy is going to do on offense. I want to make sure we don't go at him when we have the ball. You can't discount the incredible defense he plays. There's just a lot to worry about with Duncan. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David. Here is Parker, following the basket by Kobe Bryant. Parker dishes to Duncan. Here's Bowen. Hasn't made one yet.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Bryant, that's a two-pointer. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Now here's Jackson. Back to Parker. Shot clock at 6. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. And the three ball is good.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on him.
Jackson against Kobe. Again, Los Angeles.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Parker with no one around. No good on the three. And here are the Lakers. They're on a 19-5 run here. Kobe against Parker. From deep, Bryant. There he goes again. That's his 9th straight basket. He's a perfect 9 for 9.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for him later on.
Here's Bowen. He has yet to score. Here's Robinson. O'Neal with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 17. Bryant looking it over. Good. Kobe's got 24 points.
Boy, it's been all Kobe all the time tonight. What a scoring machine.
Outside Robinson. Parker outside. Does not score again. That's his 4th miss against 1 make. Outside Bryant. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. He's got 26.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. And the Lakers with some changes. Walker's checked in for Ori. Shaw subbed in for Fisher. And the Spurs with some changes. Here's Claxton. Pass to Rose. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Los Angeles.
So far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
Oh, man. Their mid-range jumper also has been on fire. Tough to beat a group of guys shooting with that much confidence.
And he shows the focus there.
Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, and with me tonight, Grant Hill. And all right, Grant, when your team is in the second game of a back-to-back, do you play it differently?
You know, it depends on what happened in the first game. Did your starters have to play a lot of minutes? Did you get into double overtime? It just depends, B.A.
So the opening lineup for the Mavericks. Washington and Gafford, the combo inside. Flag is out there with Max Christie, and it's Marshall in at the 3 spot. Rebounded by the Celtics. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Hornets.
Yeah, I think they'd like to forget that game. You usually want to find some teaching moments, but in this case, it might be best to just destroy the tape.
Well, and the bottom line is they just had too many unfavorable matchups. They could never find a lineup that worked.
Pass to Marshall. Some nice ball movement by Dallas. To the middle. Oh, they get a hand on it. Brown with the steal. And Boston pushing it up now. Outside White. There's the triple. And again, Boston with the triple.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Pass to Christie. Marshall outside. And here's Christie. Back to Marshall. Clock at 6. Down low. Vucevic with a steal. And Boston pushing it up now. Outside Tatum. Fires for 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Tatum's got 9.
Talk about a fast start. 4 for 4 right out of the gate.
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And so it's Dallas with it. Looking for their first basket of the game. Knocks it loose. White with a steal. And he drives in, and that one is stuffed right through.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And from the opening tip, they've been locked in. Just look at the score. That tells you all you need to know.
Pass to Christie. They double him with White. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Flagg. Launches it from deep. Marshall outside. Now here's Washington. Again, the miss by Dallas.
Well, the defense should consider themselves lucky there because he's not usually one to miss those kinds of looks.
Here's Brown. Oh, the bucket's good, and he'll have a chance at one more. Flagg. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he'll sit the rest of this one out. And Dallas making a change here. Nembhard's checked in. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Celtics?
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
And I like how they've played defense, turning turnovers into points. Those are huge.
Not an ideal start for them. Still looking for their first field goal after 4 misses.
Tatum. Oh, a terrific shot on the turnaround. Tatum's got 11 points.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And they just keep their confidence increases.
What would this game be like without their easy points off of turnovers?
Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, B.A., he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper.
First quarter of play, and just over 3.5 minutes in. Pass to Nembhard. Back to Washington. They need this. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Marshall. Off target with the 3.
I mean, just a tough start. Missing their first 5 shots.
Here's White. And there's the drive. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, it's just an outstanding effort thus far. They've done a great job at both ends.
So it's Boston now. Last time they met was in Dallas, where they beat the Mavericks.
They were able to pull out a win last time because their bench came up big. It's so important to have depth on your roster.
And a credit to their front office. They wanted a more complete team, and that's exactly what we saw in that one.
Marshall right side. The 3. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Washington against Tatum. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
That makes him 5 for 5 so far. Could be a big night in store.
That's tipped. Now the Celtics on the move. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian. This is the 4th and now longest coaching stop for the Mavericks' Jason Kidd. Kyrie Irving said he's learned from the past head coaching jobs that he's had and being with different players and seeing them improve. Now he's mastering his coaching philosophy and being an originator. Guys?
He's seen it all. Allie, appreciate the report. From deep. And the Celtics another 3.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
To end the drought. Marshall can't hit. Tatum looking it over. From downtown. That's in there. Vucevic with the assist. Tatum's got 22.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Gafford. Boston pulls it in. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Hauser. Back to White. Nice ball movement by Boston. Vucevic finds Tatum. And the Celtics another 3.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
Yeah, when you string triples together, it adds up quickly.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
To the inside. Here's Gafford. Over to the wing. Washington, a good look. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 5th rebound in this one. The drive by Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, they've gotten the matchup they want every time up the floor, and they have taken advantage of that.
The three from Washington. The rebound by Jason Tatum.
Well, it's not only been a rough quarter for him, but he's actually had a negative impact on his team's overall performance.
And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, BA. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Christie. Late into the season, let's check out the standings in the West. You look at the Mavericks, their season's basically over, barring some sort of miracle. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Cadiz checked in for Vucevic. Walsh comes in for Hauser. Shireman's checked in for Brown. And it's Peyton Pritchard in for Derek White. Chris Middleton's checked in for the Mavericks. Klay Thompson comes in for Christie. Tatum brings a double team. And a bit of a battle for the ball, and the officials signal a jump ball here. Here's Walsh, right now averaging 5.5 a game. And again for three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, BA. Unbelievable.
And they're running. Launches a three. Good! Another from three.
He's got this defense scrambling. Even when they've got two guys on him, he finds a way to get to space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for three-pointers in a single game. Nembhard outside. It's Middleton on the wing. 5 on the clock. And he can't stop the run as that one misses. Here's Tatum. And that one off the back of the rim and in. 39 points for Jason Tatum.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
And so it's the Boston Celtics, and they're up an insane amount going into the break. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, we've seen the Celtics really take control here.
Well, it's simple. I mean, they started off strong, and they've been hot from beyond the arc since the get-go.
When you spread the floor and force defenses to close out to the three-point line, it's going to create driving lanes.
So the Mavericks 5 right now. They've got Williams, Thompson out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's Marvin Bagley, and it's Nembhard in at the point. Again, Middleton missing. Pritchard against Nembhard. Outside Tatum. And Boston again with the bucket.
Getting buckets at a critical time. Just give them the ball and let them go to work.
Pritchard against Nembhard. Pass to Middleton. Fires the three. Can't get it. 0 for 3 in this one. Boston on offense. It'll be the start of a 3-game trip on the road. There's Tatum with the three. Connects again from distance.
And he's now set the team record for most threes in a single game. What a shot he's got.
A lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure the next one's going in. Now here's Williams. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Middleton passes to Williams. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Outside Tatum. This one for three. And again for three.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps hitting from deep.
Man, he's just exploded from deep tonight. That last make, tying him for second in most threes in a game.
Now it's a four-way tie between himself, Curry, Zach LaVine, and Damian Lillard.
And the bucket is good.
Well, he has been pretty much unstoppable this quarter, and his team is thriving as a result.
You know, Grant, for all his competitive nature, Tatum has a pretty calm demeanor. Do you appreciate that?
Yes, indeed. As a team leader, a father, a role model, and a professional, you can't ask for much better than Jason Tatum. He is the real deal.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone. Good! Another from 3.
And of course it falls for him. And that 3 pushing him into the record books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. A night we'll never forget.
Yeah, amazing indeed. 14 triples alongside Captain Klay Thompson, that is.
And here are the Celtics. They've gone on a 13-0 run. Fades away. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Tatum's got 54 points. Nembhard against Pritchard. Outside, Williams. Dallas, no good that time either.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Yeah, it's just time to settle everything down.
Whoa!
Oh,
My goodness!
And we don't always get to see this from Tatum, adding the sizzle to the steak.
The Mavericks have gone 0 for 6 in the second. Not looking good. Nembhard against Pritchard to the left side wing. Back to Thompson. The 3 is up. Again, the miss by Dallas. And it's Tatum with the ball for Boston. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Puts it up from 15. And Boston again with the bucket.
The shots are falling, and he is making it look easy.
Ooh, poked away. Another one falls. Amazing.
Oh, what a performance. Arguably the best in franchise history.
He's tied the franchise mark for most points in a game. The next basket breaks it.
He's stacking up.
Connects again from distance.
Unbelievable. Gets the record with a beautiful 3.
It's a new single-game high-water mark for triples.
Yeah, making waves and passing the splash brother, Klay Thompson. 15 threes and counting.
And Dallas calls time here. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Queta. Hauser comes in for Walsh. Brown, he's checked in for Shireman. And Derek White subbed in for Pritchard. And a new group getting ready for the Mavericks. Gafford, he's checked in for Bagley. Washington comes in for Middleton. Marshall, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And Christie subbed in for Nembhard. Tatum inside. Washington's there. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, they've gotten the matchup they want every time up the floor, and they have taken advantage of that.
Gafford, the open look. And he can't stop the drought. Another miss.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
And Dallas with possession. All right, Tim, back in 1996, you led the league in three-point percentage. You shot 52% on 3 attempts per game. Talk about the hot hand.
Well, B.A., it shows you how much the game...
Oh, get you some!
Nice. You can tell Brown is having fun. What a phenomenal dunk artist he is.
Pass to Gafford. They double him with White. Into the lane. Up top, Brown. From the high post. And And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Brown's got 4 points in the quarter.
A superb mid-range shooter. All Brown needs is some separation, and he's ready to pull up.
They get it again. That shot, no good.
Still looking for his first make, and they could really use the help right now.
Tatum from long range, and the three-pointer goes.
What a performance for him on the offensive end. He's been fantastic the entire game.
Washington finds Williams. Back to Washington. Outside, Williams. Shot clock at 6. Christie. No good again that time. Brown scanning the floor. Launches it. And again, Boston with the triple.
Well, they're clicking on all cylinders right now, beginning to pull away.
I like their offensive approach. They've been aggressive, but under control.
Some nice ball movement by Dallas. Williams from long range. Boston pulls it in. Vucevic has got rebound number 8 now.
Yeah, he has had a hard time finding rhythm this quarter. Just cannot get one to go.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, guys. Jason Tatum keeping the main thing. He said there are players that get caught up in the lifestyle, and they choose that over the game. The money is a plus, yes, but I truly love the game because I love basketball, not for the things that come with it. Brian?
You'd love to hear it. Allie, thanks very much for the report.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
And again, Boston with the triple.
So after making 1 in the first quarter, he's now made 2 here in the second, starting to get it going a little bit.
Pass to Gafford. Here's Christie. Dallas, no good that time either.
Well, he was hoping to respond with a 3 of his own. He just couldn't get it to go.
Drains the triple. Brown's got 23 points.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And there's the 8-second violation as they can't get it across half court in time. Thompson outside. Back to Christie. Here's Marshall. No good. Would have counted had it gone. So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game. Boston out in front, delivering the blowout. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody.
Who needs a multifaceted approach when you can dominate in the lane like this? It has been impressive.
My only piece of advice, don't stop.
Let's take a moment now and swing on over to the playoff picture in the Eastern Conference.
Checking out the Celtics, they're right where they want to be, and they're right where they should be. Now it's a matter of getting everything in place for the title run. These guys will be tough to beat in a 7-game series.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. White and Brown team up as the backcourt. Jason Tatum out there with Nikola Vucevic. And it's Hauser in at the small forward position. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. No good with the triple. So it's Boston now. And despite lacking a consistent three-point stroke over his career,
Yo, what up, chat? What up, dude? Sorry for not talking. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Dang, that's a fucking thing. Oh my god.